Hello everyone, this is Alfia Tangsal, lecturer in physics, faculty of Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science. In the previous lecture, we have seen what is isothermal process, isobaric process. Here today we'll be talking about isochronic process. Now what is an isochronic process? A thermodynamic process taking place at a constant volume is known as isochronic process. It is also sometimes called as an isometric process or constant volume process. Now from the constant volume process, we understand that the term isochronic process has been derived from the Greek word iso meaning constant or equal and chronic meaning space or volume. The total heat supplied or rejected is also equal to increase or decrease in the internal energy of the system. A thermodynamic process in which volume of the system is kept constant is called isochronic process. A system does no work on its environment during an isochronic process. For an isochronic process, delta V is equals to 0, and from the first law of thermodynamics, U is equals to Q. This means for an isochronic change, all the energy added in the form of heat remains in the system itself and causes an increase in its internal energy. Also, as the volume is changed or unchanged, no work is done. Heating a gas in a constant volume container or diffusion of the gas in a closed chamber are some of the examples of isochronic process. Talking about isochronic process, a good example is an ideal Otto cycle. In this, when the gasoline air mixture is burnt in a car's engine, there is an increase in the temperature and the pressure of the gas inside the engine. Meanwhile, the volume of the gas remains exactly the same. For an expression of heat exchange in isochronic process, now since delta V is equals to 0, we land up with Q equals to delta U, which is equals to NCV into delta T. CV is the specific heat at a constant volume. Moving to adiabatic process. Now what is an adiabatic process? Adiabatic process is a process in which there is no heat transfer from or to the system, that is Q equals to 0. The thermodynamic process in which there is no exchange of heat from the system to the surrounding, neither during expansion or compression. Adiabatic process can either be reversible or irreversible. PV is equals to constant, where P is the pressure of the system, V is the volume, and gamma is the adiabatic index and is defined as the ratio of the capacity of heat at a constant pressure Cp to heat capacity at a constant volume, say Cv. In adiabatic process, usually it is a sudden change and the system does not find any time to exchange heat with its environment. Example, sudden bursting of a tire or a balloon is considered to be an adiabatic process. Now in adiabatic process, when the temperature of a system is increased or decreased, heating or cooling is there, any transfer of heat to the system or from the system does not take place in this adiabatic process. Now when an inflated balloon is suddenly burst, the emerging air is slightly cooled. Sudden bursting of inflated balloon is an adiabatic process. In this process, air inside the balloon undergoes sudden expansion. Temperature of the system decreases in an adiabatic process, hence the emerging air is slightly cooled. Now an example where there is no heat added or removed from the system but the temperature of the system changes is bursting of an inflated balloon is a sudden process which does not allow transfer of heat to or from the system, but the air coming out from the balloon can be felt to be cool. talking about adiabatic ratio for different gases. For a monatomic gas, it is equals to 1.66. For a diatomic gas, it is equals to 1.4. For a polyatomic gas, it is equals to 1.33. Now talking about cyclic process. Now what is a cyclic process? A thermodynamic process that returns a system to its initial state is called a cyclic process. In this process, the initial and the final state is the same. The process in which the initial and the final state is same is known as your cyclic process. It is a sequence of process which leaves the system in the same state in which it is started. Now, for a cyclic process, the total change in the internal energy of a system is zero. According to the first law of thermodynamics, we have Q equals to W. As we can see in this diagram, it is given to be a closed loop. Working of all heat engines is considered to be a cyclic process. Now, when the heat is given to the system expands and all the heat is utilized in doing the work by system. Similarly, the heat is taken from the system while doing the work on the system during compression. Now, when work done by a system is cyclic process is negative or positive. See, basically, if a cyclic process goes around the cycle in a clockwise direction, the net work done by the system is considered to be positive. Whereas, if the cyclic process goes around the cycle in the counterclockwise direction, the net work done by the system is considered to be negative. There is a lot of difference between isothermal and adiabatic process, isochronic and isobaric process. One can try finding out the distinction between isothermal process and adiabatic process, isobaric and isochronic process. This will give a clear understanding of all the four processes together. Talking about free expansion. Now, free expansion are adiabatic expansions that there is no exchange of heat between a system and its environment. Also, there is no work done on the system or by the system, that is Q equals to 0, W equals to 0. And according to the first law of thermodynamics, delta U equals to 0. For example, when a balloon is ruptured suddenly or a tire is suddenly punctured, the air inside rushes out rapidly, but there is no displacement of piston or any other surface. Free expansion is different than the thermodynamic process because it is an uncontrolled change. It is an instantaneous process and the system is not in thermodynamic equilibrium. A free expansion cannot be plotted on a PV diagram. Only its final and initial states can be plotted. Thank you so much.